Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And I'm here today to talk about the benefits, yes, the benefits and uses of cream of tartar. And the funny thing is about this is when I was doing a little looking into cream of tartar for something else, specifically more about when I was making my own homemade baking powder, I saw some things about the health benefits of cream of tartar, and I'm like, that would be a good video. I should do a little more research into that. So I finally got around to doing that. And by the way, if you're interested in how to make your own baking powder, I do have a video. It's actually part of a this and that, but it is right at the beginning of the this and that video. I'll link to that one down below. It's a very easy, you only really need 2 ingredients, and that is the baking soda and the cream of tartar. But anyway, you can check that out and learn how and why I recommend making your own baking powder as opposed to buying it. So first, let's talk about what cream of tartar is. It's called potassium bitartrate. And what it is a byproduct from either making grape juice, specifically wine in particular. It's usually collected from the bottom of the wine casks after the winemaking is done, but you can actually also find it on the bottoms sometimes of wine corks. It's a crystal that forms and is secreted by the skins of the grapes. And even sometimes grape juice, you may find this crystal, these crystals forming, and that's what that is. That is your cream of tartar. And because cream of tartar is a potassium, it is a form of potassium, it can be a good way to get more potassium in your diet if you are potassium deficient. As a result, that means there are a lot of health benefits to finding ways to add it in the form of a supplement. But just like anything else, we always have to exercise caution. Anything, I don't care what it is, even if it's drinking water, can be done in excess. So excess potassium can mean hyperkalemia, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, which can lead to cardiac arrest or kidney failure. Now, it's rather rare this is going to happen because it's going to mean taking high doses of cream of tartar for this to happen, but that would apply to any high doses of potassium in any form. So always exercise caution, no matter what it is. So just because something is good for you and has a lot of benefits doesn't mean you suddenly go out and start, guzzling it down. Because turpentine, even we know, does have health benefits, but it should be very well regulated, and you always have to listen to your body. Let's first talk about the uses of cream of tartar and why it's a good idea to stock up on it. So as I already mentioned, it's one of the 2 main ingredients in making your own homemade baking powder, but also can be added to either egg whites or whipping cream when you're whipping these things up, because that little bit of cream of tartar can help hold that, and it really does help a lot. I found this especially when making whipped cream for putting on top of my pies and other things. And I do have a video on how to make your own whipped cream from scratch. It's easy, and I even do it by hand with my little egg beater. I don't even use an electric mixer for that. It could also be used for polishing metals like silver and so on, and used in other cleaning. Combined with vinegar, it can be very powerful at cleaning. It's very similar to baking soda in the way it works with cleaning. So a lot of times we're told that since baking soda is a base and vinegar is an acid, combined together they neutralize each other, but that's not necessarily true. You can combine those 2 things together and make a good oven cleaner out of them, and I would assume the cream of tartar would work the same way. I personally would stick to the baking soda for that just because it is a little cheaper than your cream of tartar. It can be used as a replacement for buttermilk and lemon juice in some recipes, and also can be used as an ant repellent. So if you got issues with ants in your house, look into using cream of tartar and see if that's going to work for you. There are several other natural ways, but this is just one of the many. All right, now let's talk about the health benefits of cream of tartar. Remember, whenever I'm reading off these health benefits, I'm not saying it will help. It may help. It's always going to depend on the person, the health ailments they're dealing with, whether or not they're on medications, and so on and so forth. So anyway, it can actually help some people quit smoking, and apparently how that works is if you combine a little bit, I couldn't find out exactly how much, I would say maybe a a quarter of a teaspoon to start with some orange juice and drink that down. When you go to smoke, apparently it will make those cigarettes taste really bad, and then you don't want to smoke. At least that's what I read. If anyone has any ideas on that or have tried it, please share with us and let us know. And since it is a natural diuretic, it can help to cure urinary tract infections. It can help relieve acne, and this is ingesting, not putting on the skin, but actually ingesting as a supplement. Again, always start in small amounts first. And also to help relieve heartburn and arthritis. But for arthritis, this is more used in a topical form. So mixing it in with some kind of cream that you would rub into your joints, possibly even the homemade joint and muscle rub recipe that I have out there. I always say, you know, even though I put a lot of stuff in that recipe, please make sure you look at every ingredient. You can make it as simple as doing an infused oil with herbs and no essential oils or menthol crystals added to it. So if you just do an oil infusion, and then if you decide to make a cream out of it, add a little beeswax, add a little bit of the cream of tartar, and see how that helps specifically with arthritis. Oh, and by the way, I will link to my video on the muscle rub down below, as well as the follow-up to that where I did some updates and other options that you can add when making that. So 2 videos I'll be putting down there in regards to that. And it's also said in helping to aid in weight loss. And I'm sure that any other issues that can be caused by a potassium deficiency, using the cream of tartar in some form can help with whatever that is. Now, let me just recommend Anthony's. I've talked about him a couple times now, a few times really, but more recently I've been talking about him more. As they're getting more products in and I learn more about them, I'm really happy with them and their prices. I will be linking to both my affiliate link that goes directly to the Anthony's website if you want to look at their products, but I'll also be putting my Amazon affiliate link to their Amazon store, because if you don't mind purchasing through Amazon, you can actually get better prices from buying their products on Amazon, and going through our links either way will help us. But I thought it was cool that I was actually able to set up a separate affiliate account for those who are boycotting Amazon for understandable reasons. But anyway, they're carrying more and more products. And when I first discovered them several years back, I thought they just had a few baking products, but they've really been adding to their supply, including some organic herbs. So that was pretty exciting there. I was stocking up on a different brand of cream of tartar that I honestly wasn't entirely sure about, but it sounded good. But then when I looked deeper into them, I was a little skeptical about it. But I'm really happy with Anthony's, and so now this is the brand I'm going to be stocking up on the cream of tartar. And it is for certain non-GMO, as well as they have a better price. Oh yes, and most of their stuff is available on Subscribe and Save, which is how I got this, which means you can save even more when you go through Amazon. Not only are they cheaper there, but you can get that percentage off your order if you put it on your Subscribe and Save. Again, I'm going to recommend stock up on that baking soda, stock up on your cream of tartar, and don't worry about stocking up on baking powder, because with those 2 ingredients you can make your own, just like I have right here. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.